Hello, sweet loves. Here we are on day 15, and it's time to get some deep rest with a yoga Nidra session. So lie yourself down and set yourself up well in a cozy cocoon. So you can place some pillows around you, perhaps behind the backs of the knees or even behind the back of the head. And then just come to relax, connecting to your breath. So this beautiful wave of life flowing in and through and out and connecting you. So with every breath that you take, allow your experience to deepen, where your body softens and you slow down. You make more room within you to receive this nourishing breath. And all of your points of awareness begin to turn inward and indulge in this experience. Now, as you find connection with yourself, take a moment to reflect upon your community, the people in your neighborhood, the people in your friendship circle, the people in your family, the people you see walking on the street who are strangers. All of those people that work in the service industry and the multi-forms that takes. Allow yourself to move into a state of gratitude for the multitude of lives and the multitude of beings, human and non-human. We have pets and we have plants, all in support of life. Now, as you allow your heart to swell with gratitude, allow a part of yourself to feel and to listen to the experience of gratitude. So swelling and emanating from your heart, so that you are connected both to the community and the world around you. Feeling gratitude expanding within you. Now begin to breathe from your heart, where this gratitude moves in waves, both to the community around you and to the community within you. Everybody is made up of somewhere in the ballpark of around 50 trillion cells. Just under half of these cells are not actually part of your body, but work within your body. And when you let this wave of gratitude expand into the community outside of you, and even expand into the community within you, you start to feel this great connection between the one and the many. Recognizing that nothing is happening independent of another. And whilst there are great thought leaders in the communities external to us, you are the great thought leader for the community internal to you. It's you that gives the directive. It's you that either listens or doesn't. It's you that is sending messages internally, giving instructions to at least 30 trillion cells. And the greatest leaders are also exceptional listeners. So as you begin to give thanks to this inner community, you'll begin to set up a body scan so that you'll build a circuitry of listening internally. Now begins the practice of Yoga Nidra. So with your eyes closed, rest in the tiny space of your heart, allowing this elevated emotion of gratitude to live on. And with that gratitude, open yourself up to a kind of compassionate listening that is experienced through any and all of your inner senses. Imagining a tiny thread from your heart center moving to your brow center, and then connecting the two. Because although it's a thought leader that leads, when the body is in optimal health, it's the feeling of the heart that gives the direction to the thought that leads. So with this whole practice, the anchor will be from this space. And you can follow that line from the heart to the brow center in this tiny thread, as fine as a spider's web. And as you establish it at the brow center, I want you to notice a warm, healing blue star at the brow center. And now every point that we work into, I want you to illuminate this blue star there. And between your heart to the point, a tiny thread. So you can imagine it like a system of power lines that is built within. So beginning to breathe from your brow center to the midbrain, the space in between your ears. And then out from your midbrain to the brow center. So just drawing the connection between these two. And then once you feel that connection at the midbrain, a blue star plants itself there. And next begin to feel and establish presence into the hollow of your throat. And again, a blue star plants itself there, establishing presence into your right shoulder. Feel, illuminate, establish presence into your right elbow and feel. Establish presence into your right wrist and feel. Establish presence into the tip of your right thumb, tip of your index finger, tip of your middle finger, tip of your ring finger, the tip of your pinky finger. Now feel all of these tips illuminated with this blue star simultaneously. Establish presence into your right wrist joint and feel. Establish presence into the right elbow joint and feel. Establish presence into the right shoulder and feel. And then establish presence into the hollow of your throat and feel. Now establish presence into your left shoulder and feel. Establish presence into your left elbow and feel. Establish presence into your left wrist. Feel. Bring presence to the tip of your left thumb. Feel. Tip of the index finger, middle finger, ring finger, pinky finger. Each of these tips illuminated with this blue star. Feel it now. And then establish your presence into the center of your left wrist and feel. Presence into the center of your elbow and feel. Establish presence into the center of your left shoulder and feel. Return your presence into the hollow of your throat and feel. Now re-establish presence in the center of your heart and feel it. Establishing presence in the right nipple and feel. Return to the heart, continue feeling, and then establish presence in the left nipple and feel. Return to the heart. Feel all of these vital points illuminated with these blue stars at the same time. And begin to run gratitude through this circuitry and say, thanks for listening. Now begin to establish your presence in your solar plexus and feel. Establish presence in your navel center and feel. Establish presence in your right hip and feel. Establish presence in your right knee and feel. Establish presence in your right ankle and feel. Establish presence in the tip of your right toe and feel. Now establish presence back into the center of your right ankle and feel it. Establish presence in the center of your right knee and feel. Presence in the center of your right hip and feel. And then return to your navel center, just 2 inches below the belly button, and feel. Now establish presence into your left hip and feel. Establish presence into your left knee and feel. Establish presence into your left ankle and feel. Establish presence into the tips of each of your 5 toes and feel. Return your presence into the very center of your left ankle and feel. Establish presence into the very center of your left knee and feel. Establish presence into the very center of your left hip and feel it. Now re-establish your presence at your navel center, just 2 inches below your belly button, and feel. Re-emerge into your solar plexus and feel. Re-emerge into your heart center and feel. Now feel all the points from your heart down to the toes, each one illuminated with this healing blue star. Now feel the whole entire circuitry down both legs, both arms, the central channel to your brow center, and run gratitude through your whole entire circuitry. And as you feel this whole entire circuit, feel your whole entire body listen. Feel into your wholeness as you feel your body whole. Now we will continue to use the heart as an anchor. I'm going to begin to ask you to feel into a circumstance, and I want you to notice how it affects your inner community. So what does it feel like when you're rushing to get everything done? Checking things off, rushing around and just going fast. Notice if there are any associated feeling tones or textures, a shift in the way the energy moves along the circuitry, any colors that arise, any emotional states. When you feel yourself rushing around, trying to get everything done. Now, allow all of those feelings, those emotions, those colors to bubble up to your surface as you take a deep breath in. Out the mouth, breathe out. Let them go. Release. Now, what does it feel like when there is much more space? There is time to rest. And then when you go to do the things that you want to go to do, you are focused and you are precise. What does it feel like to be more spacious, rested, and precise in your actions? And what does that feel like when it runs through your circuitry now? Notice if there are any textures or colors or sensations or even a feeling tone that moves through, that moves within this spaciousness where there is time to get everything done because you are clear. allow all of those feelings, all of those sensations and textures to simmer up to your surface too. Take a full breath in. Exhale to release. Return to your heart space and find the tiny space in your heart. And with this as the epicenter of the awareness, allow yourself to blossom into a receptive, spacious awareness where you are listening to your whole entire inner community. Now, allow yourself to rest deeply in this spacious awareness, listening, feeling, noticing. What is it that you want to bring your entire inner community on board for? It could be anything. Healing, belief systems, an area of productivity, clarity, receptivity. Now really begin to make that into a message that can run through your entire circuitry. Embody the message. Get all of your 50 trillion or so cells on board. And then feel it. Feel it as you run it from your heart into your whole body. Your heart's desires. And as you run your heart's desires through your whole inner circuitry, feel it come to life right now. Begin to breathe through your heart. Give appreciation and thanks to this whole inner community. Thank every single cell of your inner community for bringing your heart's desires to life as if it was already so right now. Deepen your breath even more. And then with that breath, just bring in a little bit of movement. You can wiggle your fingers and you can wiggle your toes. And as you wiggle your fingers and as you wiggle your toes, move in recognition of this inner community working together to bring your body back to life. Allow for the most gorgeous stretch to erupt from within you. And then when that stretch has had an opportunity to work through your system, relax and roll over to one side in a fetal position. Bring your knees nice and close to your chest and then connect to this outer community. Feeling your inner community and your outer community coming into harmony with each other. Now, whilst keeping your eyes closed, return to a seat and sit comfortably in your own skin. Now, if you think you are able to maintain this connection to the diverse population of your inner community running this consistent message within you, then sit a little taller. Now from this place of connection, bring your palms together in front of your heart space and begin to come back to your sankalpa. Come back to your intention. Think about how you want to show up this week, how you want to feel, what kind of energy you want to bring into your conversations and your relations, both internally and externally. Don't let the outside world set the agenda. You set it for yourself. Set it deeply. Now bow your chin to your chest, and then bow your chest all the way forward, and let this shape be the symbol of the completion of your yoga nidra practice. Namaste. There's really only one thing to say, and it's thank you. Thank you for carving out the time for yourself, and as always, thank you for sharing this experience with us. I'll see you tomorrow for some more.